actually got it down from 11. Item number 11 is, oh, I'm sorry, does anybody have a question?
What was the total?
$8,460. Item 11 is a motion to approve sending G Fire Department members to FDIC International in Indianapolis, Indiana, from April 20th, 2020 to April 25th, 2020. $6,500 to cover hotel classes and per diem to be paid out of the training fund. Any questions for the chief on that one?
Well, this is probably the largest fire service conference that's ever basically throughout the country. FDIC stands for Fire Department Instructor Corps. That's our conference. That's what it started as. It's evolved for the last 24 years, and vendors, classes, training, everything. We've kind of had a goal to go since we got upstairs. No one's ever been to this conference, so we kind of like to experience it.
Sure. Chief, just wondering, in reference to sending personnel, is there a category you're sending from like command down, or is it mostly command?
All of the ship commander, myself, and scan, or I may not be able to go, and it'll be scan and two ship commanders.
Is there any other questions? Item 12 is a motion to approve emergency engine repair by Cummins in amount not to exceed, there's a new amount here, and that amount is $4,727.19, and that's to be paid out of the repair and maintenance.
Through the chair, this is the fire engine that was involved in the accident on 994 that got, they had an accident scene, they got smoke from the back, or got hit from the back, did excessive damage to that engine. We had this repaired about a year ago. It seemed to be similar to what we had repaired a year ago. So we did receive a 70% discount on parts from the shop. We're still working on corporate to try to get it lower or at no cost. But just because this is kind of one of our first line engines, we wanted to get it repaired.
Is there any questions on that? Okay, item 13 is a motion to approve requesting to have the late filing penalty associated with the property transfer affidavit waived.
Thank you, Chair. So this is just, the property transfer affidavit is a state required form in lieu of a deed or any time of the transfer of interest and ownership. And with that, the state imposed a $5 a day up to $200 penalty that has not been collected locally. I don't know how long. I know it isn't currently being collected, and it is part of our upcoming AMAR audit by the state of Michigan. So if we do choose to forego that penalty, a resolution must be passed, or we need to start collecting that penalty today. And my request is to have it waived just due to the fact that most of the times the penalty is imposed on first-time home buyers, people that are unaware that it exists, that they have to file this affidavit with our office. And I really don't want to penalize the newer, homeowners coming into the city. So I do have two of my communities that collect the penalty, and they see about $5,000 a year in extra revenue. So it was my recommendation to have it waived, as well as I spoke with the mayor as well about it.
Would you say, like, if you receive, if it was a penalty up to $200, all the work that goes into all that, would it be worth,
And I think I put that in the wording, with the resources to collect it and to, distribute the funds. I didn't feel that the ends justified the means. So, and again, it was primarily to the uninformed buyers, so. Oh, yeah.
Would rentals in any way be impacted by this?
No, it would be a sale, and typically the renters and the landlords are pretty good about giving us this information. But what's good about this is even if they don't file a transfer affidavit, we do catch the uncappings and the sales that occurred to make sure our records are up to date. Through the Register of Deeds, we have access to that. And we also get county reports every month. So we do find them. We just would not be penalizing them for not filing the transfer.
Okay. I heard you say it's mostly owners, which I would agree with you. I just don't want to create an environment where if I sell you my home and you're going to turn it into a rental, that somehow we'd be doing something to help you stay under the radar, and it doesn't sound like that's the case.
And that's not really what I see so much. They're pretty good about turning it in most of the time. And my biggest concern would be the uncappings and not finding the sales and having inadequate sales study. But like I said, through the Register of Deeds and the reports that we get, I really don't think that that's really gonna be the case.
And is there anybody out there that has this penalty in there now that it'll be removed off, so that they won't see it? You know, I mean, is there anybody right now that says, oh, we still owe this amount of money?
For
If
Taylor?
this gets passed, yes, for Taylor.
No, it's not currently being enforced.
Okay.
And we would just make it to where we don't enforce it.
Correct. The state's gonna require a resolution if we aren't,
Okay.
collecting it.
Item 14 is a motion to approve payment in the amount of $5,850 to National Page Home Buyers for the down payment assistance for home buyer 2020-05 funded through the Home Grant. Does anybody have any questions for Mr. Ball on that?
No, Chairman, that's still, that one is under the old $5,000 limit. The applicant met all requirements.
Okay. Item 15 is a motion to approve authorizing the mayor to sign a purchase agreement on behalf of the city of Taylor for the sale of parcel number as read and the other number as read in the amount of $2,500. The sale will be split between two buyers, each paying $1,250. Proceeds to go to the general fund.
Thanks, Chairman. This one's a little more complicated. As a package, you can see, the city, used to be one parcel ID. You see the Hazel Street frontage, and it went all the way to the back here. That was one parcel ID. So what we did with, so think of these panels right here.
Okay.
Okay, this is Hazel Street, and there's another, it looks like another separate parcel, but they were all one.
Okay.
So what we asked the assessor's office to do is split it, because the city owned this one, and this one. So we wanted to break them apart so the city could keep this all, the continuity, okay? So down here, we split this one in half, and this home buyer here is taking this half, this home buyer will take this half, this will remain with the city.
Okay, the entire parcel.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what we did there. So they were splitting the $2,500 cost, $1,250 each, be separate closings. And then the city would, again, maintain ownership of all this. So we don't
Those are all buildable lots?
Yeah, it's heavily wooded.
Okay.
If you, what I think about is Hazel and Wick, where it dead ends back there, as you're going kind of perpendicular to Holland. So that's where this is located.
And are the two that are splitting that part,
Yeah.
are they going to build on that, or is that just?
No, it'd be
remain on their
restricted.
property?
Yes, it would be restricted. You're just looking for extra green space.
Okay.
Any other questions? Item 16 is a motion to approve payment in the amount of $8,350 to National Page Home Buyers for the down payment assistance for home buyer number 2020-06 funded through the Home Grant. Are there any questions for Mr. Baum on that one? That's just a standard.
Thanks, Chairman. This is, as you can see, this is the increased amount that I emailed you guys about.
Okay.
So we have sent out a blast kind of to area realtors, and we're going to promote it on the city webpage. And I believe Carl will put something out after, probably next week after we do the summer festival blast, promoting the increased amount for first-time home buyers.
Item 17 is a motion to approve authorizing the mayor to sign a purchase agreement on behalf of the city of Taylor for the sale of parcel number as read in the amount of $1,700, and the proceeds will go to the general fund.
Thanks, Chairman. They're gonna attack me. Okay, so this is a homeowner. It is not homestead though. However, he bought it not knowing that this lot was not attached. Usually that happens in the tax foreclosure process. So it's already fenced in for the most part. And as you can see, there's some evergreen trees there, pines, whatever those
I
are.
can't see on the pictures either.
Although
Ours are always black, we don't see
Sorry.
anything.
I will start putting hard copies for all vacant land sales. in your
So
mailbox.
this basically is already encapsulated by the homeowner.
Yeah, he
but
bought it,
technically
didn't know that
didn't
he did not own
Oh,
that.
okay.
So it really is unmarketable because that's attached to his lot, so, we will be deed restricting, we told him, so he cannot build on it because it is, ordinance wise, it is a buildable lot. So, he agreed to the deed restrictions.
So he put a fence on a property that wasn't his.
So very fenced in. So
Oh,
sometimes when you own two parcels,
Okay.
and one, the house goes into foreclosure as well as a separate parcel, they buy it thinking that they own both, they don't.
Oh.
And that's kind of what happened.